noise. I don't.
So for your classes, set you up, we'll go over the PowerPoint this afternoon. But Jim reminded me that actually you have video clips of us doing installs just the way we did. With the exception there isn't ropes on the install, but you do have a pre-built and a build-in-place install video clip if you want to choose to use it. We don't have a video clip of the suspended, so we'll go through it right now. A couple talking points before we throw it in there. We'll have 2 people per panel. We have a couple extra holes to as handles. We have one where we're going to shoot a 2x4 through it so we can actually suspend it. And then once we get pressure with that first cut, obviously it'll hold itself, we'll pull that 2x4 back out. For sakes of demo, we left it as a sheet of plywood. What's missing here is we would obviously prefab the upright on it if that's what we're going to do. Or it would have been like you saw as examples with Mike, excuse me, probably Jim. You had either doubled up plywood or 1 1/8. All those other options are fine. But here, let's just assume that there's an upright pre-attached. So we'll have the 2 of you just kind of hold it in place. It won't be able to touch the ground because we're in a 10-foot section. And to help with the panel. You just clean up your panel so you have good contact with the trench wall a little bit. Okay. So that's it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The handles aren't pretty. A little ugly. Did them with the chainsaw super quick, down and dirty. It works. You can have nice ones. I know a lot of trench trailers have these awesome routed handles and it looks bitchin', but anything works. Getting it through here. Once you shoot that first strut, like I said, the panel will hold itself in place. The upright would already be on there, or you can put it in. And then after that, we're going to go down and do our supplemental sheeting and shoring techniques, and we'll just continue working our way down. The one thing we do have on top here is either a 4x4 on that side or a set of wedges on this side. That way, once we do get that first strut in place, we can kick that out and easily pull out that 2x4. Without it, and it's a little snug, it becomes a bit of a challenge to remove that 2x4 if it's sitting on the ground. So now if that had pressure, I kick these wedges out, it'll be nice and easy to retrieve that 2x4 and we'd be off and running like everything else we do. So again, I'm sure all you guys are already teaching this, but we want to just make sure the consistency was there. Any questions on all of that stuff? And Jim.
Well, I just want to make sure, the tabulated data, it does show you 2 options, which is exactly what Alan's lecture was when we first got here, of our positive connections for our supplemental sheeting and shoring. So here's a great learning point. If I'm going to show this technique, when I go to nail the upright on, I want the top of the upright a 12-inch drop from the top of the sheeting. That means it's going to extend on an 8-foot sheet of 2x12, a foot off the bottom. Are we correct? Now, when I go to do my supplemental, if I bring my 3/4 ply underneath that overhang, I now have a tongue and groove connection. That is an option of a positive connection if I do my nail pattern to attach that to the supplemental 2-foot sheet of plywood or router I'm digging down. Ever see how that works?
It's pressurized.
If I don't, if it's flush, that's where I need to use the 2 24-inch 2x4s and make that as a positive connection when I connect it. It's on page 2 of your tabulated data for the panel and upright, and it's in detail. And it'll show both options. Okay? 1 foot. 1 foot overlap. So that's why, again, if you think numbers-wise, if I use a 2-foot 2x4, 1 foot's on the upper panel, 1 foot's on the lower panel. My alternative is if my upright extends 1 foot onto the next panel, it's the same distance. 1 foot. Thank you.
Questions?